Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. This is Otaku Showboat. Today is Thursday, April 9th, 2020. If you are watching the VODs on YouTube, do not forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you are so inclined, head on over to twitch.tv/OtakuShowboat to leave a follow to be notified when I go live, Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 10 a.m. to approximately 1 p.m. US Eastern Time. You can do all of the social stuff through the links below the video, including supporting Pyandon's mods development at patreon.com/Pyandon and myself at patreon.com/OtakuShowboat. So, today, stuff and things. I didn't do anything off screen. Just want to point out I did absolutely jack all off screen. Between last time and this time, I've been a little bit preoccupied by this game known as Animal Crossing. You may or may not have noticed over the past few streams, but I've been a little preoccupied with Animal Crossing lately. I also need coffee, and I also have some allergies happening today. In the background, behind me, I have an oil warmer going that has a couple of drops of some eucalyptus essential oil. So maybe that will actually do something to help with my allergies. I mean, outside of just taking the shower earlier, but anyway. So where did we leave off? Where did we leave off on Tuesday? Well, on Tuesday, what I did was, stuff. Yes, I did stuff. So I started off on Tuesday by switching over the power production from oil burners to fuel oil from natural gas. I went over what a natural gas combustion mixture setup looks like, and I also started work on getting cotton gut stud production moving. As in, that we're not actually doing the cotton guts yet. We are merely trying to make a sufficient number of studs through the intended method of making studs out of studs, rather than out of nothingness, actually breeding our modules, so that we can have enough modules to do an actual cotton gut setup. And for this, we needed to set up the same exact thing with Renea, as well as with Tufra, as well as with sponges, as well as with Moondrop. So we sort of had to set up several things last time, and I'm thinking that my plan for the moment is to just let this move, actually. Just let it do its thing for a little while. And in the meantime, I'm going to go over and fix a few coming issues, a few impending issues. It's not any issue right now, because I do not think that we have gotten the Pi Petroleum Handling update yet that changes the actual fuel value of natural gas down to 90 kilowatts from, 90 kilojoules from 1 megajoule. Factor of greater than 10 change there. Hasn't happened quite yet, but will be at some point very soon. And there are a few places on both my bus as well as over at the glass production that is using natural gas for power. So that needs to be changed. Most likely, it will be changed over to fuel oil. So I actually need, some DDCs. Let's go with, let me have about 20 of those, as well as maybe a few extra thingamaboppers. Small oil derricks. Just a few extra of those. And where is my crawdaddy? Way over there. Okay. We have to bring it from way over there onto the mall. We also found out last time that the crawdaddy is completely 100% immune to damage from trains, from being hit by trains. It will stop the train, and the train also doesn't take any damage either from the impact. So I can do whatever the heck I want with walking on train tracks if I am in a crawdad. It is actually pretty glorious. Actually glorious. Did I not act a 20? Set the request. Thank you kindly. And bring me the things. My minions. Minions must bring me things. Also, hello to those coming in. Slowly trickling in today. I know today is a very slow day, I think. It is definitely a very allergy intensive day. I know that for certain, even though it is a little rainy out here today. I've also got like some swelling between my teeth after what I ate last night. So I made beef ribs. Yeah, I made beef ribs yesterday. The or shall we call them the brontosaurus ribs, because they're the bones are just gigantic on those things. And yeah, it's a lot of like sinew that was causing harm to my gums. It's not that great of an experience overall when actually trying to chew the stuff, but worth it. Very much worth it. It was a decent enough price for me. It's like, oh, beef for like $2.24? Less than $3 a pound for beef? For actual cow? Like, huh. Really? I'm gonna take you up on that offer, considering there was no other beef outside of the really expensive beefs at the store. Because, you know, it's a period of time right now that things are... Meat is not as available lately. I've seen news about production plants for meat actually not actually producing at the moment. Alright, let's see. What has sufficient amounts of fuel value? Probably the syngas, actually. Oh, I apparently need to shove more coal gas into this line. Huh. Interesting. Alright. I'm just gonna take the syngas for now. As soon as I add the line back in. And that obviously needs to empty its internal storage. Let's see, you can go there. This isn't the only one on the bus either, so I need to make note. Where is the other area? Here. Yeah, these things. Don't think there's anywhere else? No, I don't think that there's anywhere else. Oh, hold up. There we go. So I went a little bit too far for this first changeover. I need to change the optical sets all the way down here over away from the natural gas. Just again, as people come in, what I'm doing right now is I am waiting on sufficient quantities of stuff to happen, basically. I am waiting on modules to be produced. And what that effectively means is that I have a little bit of time to kill at the moment. But what that actually also means is that I need to fix some issues. How's the coffee? I wish it was stronger. I wish I could afford to actually keep buying the good stuff all the time, but I've got the not so good stuff for the moment. Just standard old, this is Wegmans brand regular medium roast coffee. I want my dark roast. I want my really dark roast. You may have heard of this brand. I've had it before. It's called Death Wish. Death Wish brand coffee. I would much prefer having that. The problem is that it's $20 a bag. It's for a 1 pound bag of Death Wish ground coffee. But oh boy, it's worth it. Oh boy, it's worth it. Glorious Death Wish coffee. Beautiful, and it's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. And I drink the stuff black too. I don't add shenaniganry into it. I don't add sweeteners. Sort of goes against the point of losing all my weight, for one. I occasionally get some coconut almond milk and put that in my coffee. That's the extent of what I do with coffee, but right now I don't have any of that. Usually it's every time we go to Wegmans that I'll try to find or pick up a thing of the coconut almond milk. Because that's another one of those things that's a very specific brand that I can't find in very many locations. I only know of 2 stores in this area that carries the specific brand for coconut almond milk. It's Califia Farms, or whatever the heck it's actually called. Califia. I went a little bit too far here. Where was I going and what was I doing? Changing over this Petri dishes. Petri! The Petri dishes need to... Oh, that's going to be a problem. So it's backed up, which means that'll probably take a little while to consume all of this fuel. It's fast enough. I think by the time that I do the thing. Should be okay. Lots of companies make coconut almond milk. It's just I prefer the specific brand of Califia. But let's see. Oops. Where are you? There you are. Take that up. What did you miss? Not much. Not much. I've just been transitioning glassware, the glassworks buildings over to syngas that's on the main bus, as opposed to the natural gas. I probably need a bit more production on the syngas going into the main bus, but anyway. Might need that, but I did need to transfer away from the natural gas at some point. So what I'm doing now is I'm doing this transitioning over on the the glassworks buildings, while I have the modules out here for all these various doohickeys accruing. So while the modules accrue, so I can actually set up proper builds for each of those things, we're doing something a little bit other. Where did I leave the thingy? All the way back there. I left the thingy all the way back there, and you also missed me complaining that I've got my allergies going again today. And that I hadn't done anything off-screen at all between last time and this time. Sort of been a little bit, preoccupied, shall we say. Preoccupied by a game known as Animal Crossing. May have heard of this. May have heard of this game called Animal Crossing. I have been very much focused on it. Alright, let's get this actual setup going all the way over here for this glass. So this glass is currently using the natural gas. I have coal gas, but I'm pretty sure I don't have enough coal gas. Why am I not streaming while playing it? Because I'm wanting to relax while playing it, for one. And it's not... I don't really actually consider it a good streaming game. To be completely honest, like, it's not really that ideal of a game. It's like, do you really want to watch me spend hours, 3 hours on a stream, catching peacock butterflies? Because I can very easily spend 3+ hours doing nothing but catching peacock butterflies in my fields of black tulips. Because yes, I totally have a field of like 30+ black tulips right now. Trying to get a purple at some point. But it just so happens that, yeah, that's a pretty good spot for peacock butterflies. Which, yeah, those are worth a little bit of bells. They're winged bells. They're bells with wings. 2,500 bells per peacock butterfly, which is a lot for the insects. And I can spawn, they can spawn in that field like 2 at a time. It's rather nuts. But anyway, we're playing Factorio. And I did see, by the way, there is a piece of fan art out there. Look up Factorio Crossing. It's a mix of Animal Crossing and Factorio as art, and it's amazing and fantastic. You should see it. All right, so I need to actually do some math, I think. Oh boy, is it math time? Do I have to actually math this out for the future production, so I know how much fluid I need? Wow. He's actually going to need to do math. Oh boy. All right, let's see. How many of these do I have? 15? I think it's 15. 15 Mark IIs times 33 megawatts. 15 by 33, that's 495 megawatts. Or megajoules per second, divided by fuel oil is 800 kilowatts. So divide that by 0.8, and we get 618.75. 618.75 fluid per second of fuel oil is required. So, yay. We get to transition the entire thing over to fuel oil. And I need twice that amount as crude. So this is going to be fun. Also, if I tried streaming, if I tried to stream Animal Crossing, there would be like actually 0 people watching. That's the other thing. I think it's a little bit saturated at the moment of people playing Animal Crossing on Twitch. Just saying. It might be a little bit saturated at the moment. The rotation here actually doesn't matter because sprites are not real. We've got an extra tile in this on the collision box. How many of this? I need. All right, I only need 13, so that's 2 extras there. Oh, you have the power. Where am I going to align this? And of course it's 13, right? So I need an extra pipeline here. It's 2 pipelines, which is a shame. All right. Sure, I could put it into a single tank. Yeah. I have no brain. Yeah. There is that. There is that. I have played my Animal Crossing you know, in a very specific way. But my issue with it is that I would have had to start streaming like the moment I started playing. It feels like I wouldn't want to like start in the middle of things. Be like, just here's everything I've done thus far. Basically everything one can do. Let's do this. Let's keep going from here. Like, no, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you start in the middle of things like that? We'll have 7 connecting. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't like cheating, by the way, so this will be 6 and 7. And when I say I don't like cheating, I mean I don't like using the pipe segment potential from this. Because you can totally do that. I don't like relying on that. If at all possible. Oh, I think that's sufficient spaghetti. Pipe-getti. So that is technically 8? Huh. Alright. Well, if that's technically 8, I can just completely kill that and then connect 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, what? Yeah, 6, 7. I am not mathing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There. I have now mathed. Alright, there's that. There is good reason for this. Alright, fine game. There. Ta-da! Pipe Getty. Don't you love Pipe Getty? Okay. And that would be the same number of DDCs. And yes, by the way, this, the DDC pipe connections have officially been fixed in the code. It just needs to get pushed live. So, as it turns out, you have to very specifically define what the input pipes and output pipes are rather than saying just pipe connection. As it turns out. How many is that in a line? Oh, exactly how many I need. Cool. I will take those. Ah, the eternal question. Where do I put it? Where shall it live? Wait a second. 13. Oh. So, Huh. Yeah. About that. Remember what I said about trying to avoid going above 1200? Well, I was a bit of a dummy, I guess, and I've gone to 1300 here. Huh. Well, that was not intended. Also, I'm apparently off a tile. Hey, it's literally hashtag one tile off. Again. So how am I gonna fix this here? Well, obviously I just cut a few off. Auto-saving. Is auto-saving. No, I said cut. Cut a few off, not copy, cut. And then what you do is that. I don't need to worry at all about the fuel oil. What I need to worry about is the actual crude oil. Ta-da! And this very conveniently gives me a nice little spot here to bring the fuel oil up. Yes, not symmetrical! It's not symmetrical! What is this heresy? It's heresy. It will continue to be heresy, because I'm not going to change it to be symmetrical. I'm actually going to do that line. Yeah, that line sounds a lot easier to handle to me. Ta-da! Fuel oil. Welcome. Welcome, fuel oil. This tech has been very slowly moving, by the way. It all has to do with the fuel value of the thing. It's all down to the fuel value. What's the fuel value of the vanilla heavy oil? I can't very easily see the fuel value of the vanilla heavy oil without a doohickey. I have to scroll all the way over here. Heavy oil. Fuel value of 800 kilojoules. That would be identical to the value of fuel oil after the nerf. So right now, fuel oil has a fuel value of 1.5 megajoules. This is a 1-to-1 conversion from heavy oil to from crude, but it costs steam. So would that actually be worth doing over this? I think that's actually more preferable. Yeah. For this application, I think the heavy oil would actually be more preferable if you are willing to bring in some oil burners. Yeah, if you're willing to bring in oil burners for the requisite amount of steam that you need, and you have, and, you know, not oil burners. Let's make this clear. You can't do that anymore because the crude oil is now 82.5 kilojoules. You'll need to have something to get steam other than crude that's available to you to kickstart the thing. I'm sure you can overproduce the heavy oil and use the heavy oil instead to make the steam in the long term. Just have that cycling. But yes, crude is 1-to-1, and it's more than you end up with more fuel if you throw Nextlit at it. But why would you ever throw Nextlit at it? Here, the fuel value of heavy oil being 800 kilojoules will be identical to the value of fuel oil after it is nerfed. That would objectively make this better for the purpose of using the fluid fuel value for things like the glassworks, and for burning for power. However, I think fuel oil is still going to win when making it into combustion mixtures, so while I think heavy oil would have been a better option here, I would think that I would want to plan for doing combustion turbines, and that would be better with fuel oil. I would hope, anyway. So think of it this way. All these changes to the fuel values of the different various fluids, blame this map and what I'm doing on this map. Think of it that way. Think of it that way. Think of everything I've done thus far in this playthrough. And think about these changes to fuel value in light of everything that I've been doing thus far in this playthrough. And you will suddenly begin to comprehend what's going on with this. Because natural gas, I mean, natural gas is like free. You place the derrick down, and you've got 100 units of natural gas at a time, replacing an oil derrick. Woo! I now have 100 megajoules of stuff, up to 100 megawatts of power out of that, just by placing a single derrick. When natural gas has a fuel value of 1 megajoule. It needed to be fixed. It is something that needed to be done, despite Planet saying that he wasn't going to do it. I knew he was going to do it. I knew it was going to happen. Just a matter of time, even though he said it wasn't going to happen. Because there really was no push to go from the oil burners to combustion towers. The oil burners were objectively better than the combustion towers in every respect. Every respect. They were just better. Now it's options. It's optional. Which one you want to use? Do you want to go through this route for a gigawatt of power out of natural gas? Do you want to go this route for the 1 gigawatt out of natural gas, or do you want to go this route for the 1 gigawatt out of oil burners? Because this is, regardless of what I'm throwing as a fuel into this, that's the amount of space that a gigawatt is. Thank you so much for that follow. And then everything that falls behind that for the actual production of the fuel. I guess in this case it would be better overall to do the conversion into heavy oil from crude oil through cracking, steam cracking. Well, you also have to think about making the steam in the first place to do that steam cracking, but you then also need to mine less crude oil, half as much crude oil, to get the same amount, because they have identical fuel values. And we're talking about this now, by the way, and I guarantee that within a period of time now, heavy oil's fuel value will likely go down. And or fuel oil will change again. One of these two things is probably going to happen now that we are talking about how heavy oil and fuel oil will have the exact same fuel value, and heavy oil is actually better for these purposes of fuel value. Alright, sure. Yeah, I guarantee it will change, just because we've now been talking about it. That tends to happen every time we talk about something. It ends up changing.